Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be as quick as we can possibly make it, but I am going to be covering all of the best settings and the best optimizations for your PC in order to help Warzone and Cold War run smoothly and we can finally get rid of the lag and the stuttering issues that have plagued us since the day that these games came out. The updates don't help, the fact that it's heavy on the CPU doesn't help. I've actually released videos on these issues before, but thank you to a YouTuber under the name of E5150. He's a game modder, he's a member of my TheTwigglet community in Discord. He's actually come through and he's given me a full walkthrough on how to make these games run smoothly. And oh my days, since I have sorted these settings out and optimized my PC, it's like I am playing a different game. So guys, nice and quick, we're going to get straight into it step by step, and by the end of this video, your game's going to be running buttery smooth. If this video helps you, subscribe to the channel. We're real close to 1,000 and I would like to make it to 1,000 subs before Christmas. If the video helps you, drop a like on it, it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for tuning in again guys, straight into the vid. As for this step, I just want you to make sure that every aspect of your PC has the latest drivers. I have the B450M Pro M2 motherboard, so I went onto the website relating to this. It's fairly simple, you download a folder, you install it, you do a couple of restarts with your PC, your drivers are then updated, but make sure your chipset, your system drivers, everything that you need in relation to your PC is up to date and it's the most recent version. You also need to be making sure that you have the most recent up-to-date version of Windows, because anything relating to drivers or Windows, if the system isn't optimized and running on the newest version, it can cause you problems in-game, believe it or not. So the first optimization we are going to make is looking at actual space on your C drive. A lot of you guys, as I had the same problem before I upgraded my SSD, can't even install Warzone Modern Warfare on your C drive because the game is so large. They have made updates on it and they have reduced it in size, but this is still a very, very big game. So we're going to look at creating some space for you guys before we get into anything else. So for step one, in terms of how you actually action this, you want to be clicking on your start menu, you want to be typing in CMD, and you want to be opening command prompt as an administrator. Once command prompt is open, simply paste in power cfg.exe space / hibernate space off, press enter, and then close out, and that is done. Step 2. So the next thing we're going to look at, guys, again, it's another way to create space on your C drive. It is optional though, so if you don't want to do this step, you don't have to. You can just move forward in the video. We are going to look at disabling system protection. So by this, I mean your restore points. So I've turned this off. Me personally, I have everything backed up, so if I ever need to undo anything, it's highly likely that I will just do a full clean install on my computer rather than restoring to a certain point. And this is how you do it. So you want to be going to settings, you want to be going to system, you want to be going to about, then you want to click over here on advanced system settings, you want to go to system protection, click on your C drive and configure. When you are in this point, firstly, this cursor needs to go all the way to the bottom and you need to be clicking delete. That will clear anything out. You then want to click disable system protection, apply, click yes, and OK. Once this is done, you will notice that you are increasing the space that is available on your C drive. So step 3 is disabling visuals and transparency. So again, you want to be back into your settings, system settings, about, advanced system settings, and then once you are in here on advanced, you need to be clicking on performance settings and it should look like this. I'll give you a few seconds just to copy this, guys, but you'll be turning off things like your shadows, etc. Once you've completed that optimization, you need to be going back into your settings, you need to be going to personalization, you need to be going to colors, and you need to ensure that transparency effects are turned off. So the next step, we are going to be looking at the graphics side of things. I'm going to be able to run through all of the AMD side of things. Anything in relation to this, which we speak about now, if you've got Intel, you will just need to do the same, but the Intel version, which I won't be showing you here today. But I'll be able to give you an overview of what I do with my AMD graphics card, and these things are transferable. First and foremost, you will need to make sure that your driver is updated every time that you have this option. Now, with this, I have the recommended and the optional. So this will give you every update that comes through. Refresh it every day when you're logging in, or every time you game in, and if it gives you an option, install it. Make sure that those drivers are updated on a regular basis. So we're going to go over to the performance tab now. We're going to have a look at tuning. I'm just going to briefly show you the settings that I have in place for the undervolt. So rather than overclocking it, I have undervolted it. This has given me the kind of stable performance that I need to improve performance on the games. Overclocking is fantastic, but if you don't know what undervolting is, guys, have a look into it, because you can get just as many gains, if not more, from undervolting your graphics card than you can do overclocking your graphics card. These are the settings here. If you want to take a note of these, take a screen grab. We've got a custom fan curve, and there's the actual undervolt in terms of the GPU tuning. And then as for power tuning, I've just increased this by 10. And then last but not least, we're going to look at the actual files within the Warzone folder. So, go into your documents, click on the Modern Warfare, go into Players, I'm going to Advanced Options INI. Okay, so this is where information is going to vary depending on which YouTube video you are looking at. There's a lot of information out there that says the render worker count is relevant to the amount of threads you have on your CPU. That actually hasn't been proved, and I followed that information previously, so I think I had, where it says 8, I think I had mine set to 16. And the performance was still terrible. Thanks to E5150, I've now reset this. So my video memory scale is at 0.7, my render worker count is at 8, and it's buttery smooth, as you'll see from some of the clips that I put in this video. So once you've updated these, save and exit, and you are good to go. We can now have a look at the in-game settings, but rather than do it in this video, guys, I'm going to do one for Warzone, and I'm going to do one for Cold War, and I'm going to do them in separate videos. What I can tell you is once I'd done these optimizations around my graphics card, my windows, my drivers, and my updates, even before I touched the settings in-game, I already noticed that the stuttering and the graphical issues I was having with the game had gone. So now what we need to do is I'm going to do 2 separate videos, one for Warzone, one for Cold War, and I'm going to discuss high frame rates versus image quality, because this is all preference. The settings that I got from E5150 were a balance between frame rate and game quality. Me personally, after some time playing the game, I've reduced my settings to low so that I get an even higher frame rate. But again, it's all preference and it all depends on what you're doing. You know, content creators might want things to look a bit nicer. People looking for a competitive advantage might want the frame rate to be up there. So I'm going to do separate videos for these guys, and we're going to have a look at both angles on them, rather than this video being a really long one. Yo YouTube, thank you for dropping by, thank you for watching another one of my videos. Big support recent, it's really appreciated. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers, so if this video has helped you at all, be sure to hit the sub button. That way you'll know when I drop the settings video for Warzone and Cold War. These will be coming over the next few days, I'm just going to stagger them for you. So hit the sub button, notifications turned on, and then you can come back and you can check out those 2 videos. And also, if this video has helped you, be sure to drop a like. The YouTube algorithm loves a thumbs up on a video, and it should help them push this video out to a wider audience. Guys, thanks again. Drop a comment down below, let me know what you think, and if there's anything else you need, drop it down there. I read every comment, so hopefully I will get back to you very soon. So until next time, guys, take care of yourself. Hope you have a great December, and I'll be back real soon. Peace.